Hey, so here's the question. Have you ever experienced something or seen something that you were never able to forget, regardless of how much time passes? Let me give you guys a little short story. So, back in uni, my sister and I were invited to this house party by a friend of ours. It was a really nice party, so it kind of lasted into the wee hours. And then somewhere along the line, we heard a very loud noise. Now, I'm saying very loud noise because we could hear the noise despite the already loud noise that were coming out from the speakers. So I was curious. I went looking for the source of the noise and I opened one of the rooms and found a guy sleeping and snoring. But here's the thing, it wasn't just the snoring, there were intervals of interrupted breathing. I was never able to forget that. And this was way before I ever conceived the thought of being a doctor. But I always still wondered if there was a medical correlation to that. Fast forward to the present, well, I do know there is a sleep apnea. And in that case, obstructive sleep apnea. Now I know clearly it was a problem of weight because the guy was morbidly obese. But then there are several reasons why obstructive sleep apnea can occur in people who are not even obese and even in children. Now, anything that can interrupt your breathing is potentially fatal. So please take this seriously. Now, this is not to say everyone who snores or snores loudly has a problem or have obstructive sleep apnea. So then you ask, what do you look out for? So first, you look out for the loud snoring. I know everybody who say they know somebody who snores. We all snore. Well, not all of us, but most people do. But experiencing that made me realize that snoring is in degrees. You also want to look out for the pauses in their breathing when they sleep. Those pauses will cause their sleep to be disrupted. So you'd also notice that they're abnormally sleepy during the day. Obstruction clearly means that there's something clearly in the way. So it could also be caused by excess tissue and structures that lie between the head and the neck. A clear example of obstructive sleep apnea, especially in children, is what we call adenotonsillar hypertrophy, which is an enlargement of the tonsils and the adenoids. Treatment is clearly dependent on cost. For obese individuals like that guy or any other person who's overweight, the clear solution is a no-brainer, weight loss. But the most common treatment is what we call continuous positive airway pressure. I know it sounds like a lot of big words, but just really think about it this way. It's a machine that supplies pressurized air through a mask. So it comes in different sizes and obviously preference. But the essence of the machine is to keep the airway open so that the breathing is stabilized. Other not very common options are dental devices, nerve stimulation, but in severe cases or cases of chronic airway obstruction, upper airway surgery would be considered.